Back again for another episode of Studio Life, and it's time to look at another plugin. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but a company called Swivel Audio has appeared on Plugin Alliance recently with a suite of plugins. I thought it was time to have a look. Swivel Audio. In my day, swivel was an insult. You would tell someone to go swivel, which still makes me laugh. Anyway, Swivel Audio makes something called the BDE, which is the Big Distortion Engine. Let's find out. Is it? Yes, the BDE, the Big Distortion Engine from Swivel Audio from Plugin Alliance. Let's find out what this thing is all about. As you can see from the interface, it looks kind of interesting, not your regular interface. It's one of those weird, right, let's put everything in weird places, lots of angled sliders and controls that don't necessarily make sense to begin with, but maybe you'll find a fun way to interact with it. So first things first, this has 6 distortion engines. You can see at the top there where it says Mortar, that is one of them. They all have fairly military kind of names. So there is Nuke, there is Napalm, there is Mortar, this one, there is Grenade, there is Molotov, and there is Cherry Bomb. They all sound different. They're all different kinds of distortion. Once you've selected your distortion engine, you then go to work with these controls and see what you can get out of it. So at the top there, once you've selected your engine, you can select it whether it's pre or post the compressor. You have a mix control over here on the left. You click and drag, usual thing. Over on the right, you have compression control, how much. You then have a downsample control. Again, that can go mental quite quickly, so mind your ears. Bit crunch is the same. Everyone knows what a bit crunch sounds like, but this is wacky. Mind your ears, mind your monitors. We then have controls for in and out either side of this thing, the range, the speed of it. We have a mid-side section you can click and push to spread the signal out to the sides or bring it into the middle. We have the FX band, so select what frequency band we're going to add all this to, and you can narrow that down with these controls here. We then have a dark or bright, kind of like a tilt control there, and we then have a high pass and a low pass filter at the bottom. You can set it in auto mode so that it doesn't go too mental with your output. That's useful. The big control in the middle, click and push to get more, click and drag to get less. That's kind of it. That's what it does. Let's say this. You could do this with a bit crusher and a distortion and a compressor. You could. You might struggle to get the range of things this can do as quickly. You'd have to mess around for longer. The best way to use this, as you'll see in the demo, because it's what I was doing after a while, is click that button there. That basically randomizes everything, and you'll just go through a bunch of random stuff, and every now and again you'll find something that's like, that's cool. That was way better than using a preset. Just keep clicking randomize till you get something that sounds a bit cool, and then mess with it till it fits exactly what you want. I actually quite liked it. It was useful as a sound design thing, though. I'm not sure it's something I'm going to reach for in a mix, as in, right, I need something that's going to destroy things to this extent. However, in the production stage, to automate, bit crunch and downsampling and this kind of stuff, you can do some really cool things to the ends of things and to the beginnings of things. It's quite nice to put it on a vocal. The vocal's nice and clean, and at the end of a word, it bit crunches off, and you can do some cool stuff like that. So I like it from that point of view. Probably of limited use, realistically, unless you're doing sound design. I'm not sure it's something you're going to be going for on a regular basis. Because it's Plugin Alliance, demo is a full 14 days. Can't argue with that. The full price is $99. That's a bit mad. That's a bit too much. In the sale right now, it's $49.99. That's a lot better. I don't think that's bad. Yeah, but going against it is its overall usefulness. It's nice to have something like this in your toolbox. I just don't think you're going to use it that often unless you're doing some kind of sound design, or you do some kind of industrial music where everything has to be absolutely fucking destroyed all the time, in which case, yeah, you'll love it. 3 stars from me, this one. Pretty good. Not overly useful, personally, but yeah, pretty good. Yeah, can't say any more. The Big Distortion Engine from Swivel Audio through Plugin Alliance. There you go. If you could like the video, that really helps. If you could subscribe to the channel, that helps even more. There's the Instagram, which is Mixdown Mastering. Go and see what I get up to every week. There is the website Studio Life with our top 5 plugins. There's also courses on mixing and mastering and a whole bunch of other stuff. demos coming up at the end. I will see you next time. Adios, people.